Just doing a quickie today. Save this file real quick. So basically what I'm going to be doing today is making the mask here. So let's get started with that. So I'm going to hide everything, or I'm actually going to box select, move everything to base meshes, and then I'm going to hide the base meshes. Shift A, add plane, RX90. All right. Um, Actually, I think I'm going to use a cube. I'm actually going to use the cube. And am I? No, I did it right the first time. What I need to do with this is to make the actual plane changes on the top of the mask first. So we need this, and then we need this right here. Okay, that is the biggest part, is getting the proportion. Okay, now for this part here, and then we'll probably want to give it something like that. Okay. Now, this part has to come down just a little bit before the teeth start. And we do want that to happen. And then we need to flatten this. So now we have that. Oop, there we go. Okay, that was on that side, we need it on this side. And so essentially we're just doing another block in. Definitely want to turn on x-axis mirror from now on. Okay. For sure, for shiggity. All right. um, so now we need to make we'll extrude this down just a little bit more. Scale it out just a little bit. And why not? Because we need to make these shapes. So we will. We definitely want just at least one more piece of geo there. And I think we want the snout to be slightly pointy, like so. But we also want this part to come up. Oh, do we want to sharpen it? I'm not opposed to sharpening it at the moment. Looking at it. Although, I think we need more geo for that. We're going to shade smooth it for now. So we have that part. Right, now we need to increase the depth, but only like this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now I am going to go through and let's cut through. What is it? Right mouse button for new cut for sure. We go here. And I'm basically insetting these, but in my own way. Right mouse button. Boom. Okay, so basically I just used the knife tool to give myself more geometry in this area to work with. I'm going to also add just a few edges in here. All right. We now need to figure out how to best represent the angry part of the mask. I think add some geo there. That'll probably help us get the shape. Yeah, we definitely need this to happen. But we also need space for the eye holes here. And we could add one other edge loop here. I want to be careful. I don't want to rely too much on adding edge loops because the mesh can get cluttered really quickly if you just add mesh loops willy-nilly. You want to make sure that when you're adding loops that there is a purpose. So I see this happening. Let's go to scope mode, and what we can do is use the grab brush and start grabbing some of this stuff, moving it around. Basically, don't forget that you can use the sculpt mode without necessarily being in like a sculpt phase of your process. You can just use the mode, and what's really good about using sculpt mode to help you in your beginning stages is that you can make a lot more structural changes without being super picky about your geometry, and it'll still, you'll still be able to get the forms you're looking for. Like, here we go, see, the geo is still clean, but the shape, what we're getting, I feel like is a lot closer to the concept art and what we're trying to go for. Just go around, fix these areas up. Okay, so for this detail here, I definitely want a particular shape. I want a particular shape. Then we can bring this part of the head in like so. Yes. That is what I'm going for. Yes. Something very close to this. And again, the goal is to match the concept art almost exactly. So take the time to just go around and check what it looks like from every view. Make sure that it looks good. Okay. 13 minutes, not bad. Okay, so now is time for making the holes. Just gonna insert this, insert it again, and I'm gonna delete the faces and resume our journey of reshaping the geometry. He has DBZ type eyes. So let's try our best to duplicate those. Just gonna rotate it forward, bring it out, bring it down. Just like that, yeah. Nice and angry, yes. My man's is not a happy camper. Gonna, whoops, turn this off. Do that. I'm gonna rotate it from here. There we go. There's a lot to try to remember when doing this type of thing. Just know that when you're working, to try to keep in mind that there's more than one way to do something, anything. Whether it be trying to get vertices to a particular shape that you're looking for, or duplicating. There's multiple ways to do everything, and each method has its own set of pros and cons. So just keep that in mind when working. And for this part of the head, I kind of want to bring it in. Yes, to get that. That's what we want. That shape right there. And for this part of the head, that's fine. Okay. Love modeling. Love modeling. You can be so exact with what it is you're trying to make. That's why I enjoy it. You can be exact with sculpting. You definitely can. It just takes more practice. Actually, I think all of this takes practice to be. I think I'm honestly. I think I just it'll take more practice for me. I think I've been modeling things for so long, as far as like the basis of which I use to create stuff. Like I use sculpting to supplement my modeling. That's the workflow that works best for me. Is to start with the model, get all the shapes and things that I'm looking for in the model itself, and once I'm happy with that, I go in and start sculpting on top. That works best for me. And again, there's multiple ways to do that same thing. You know, you can use multi-res, you can use dynamic topology. Although, I want to be real, these days I don't use dynamic topology much. Ever since I figured out that Blender has a remesh button, I've just been remeshing everything and sculpting at that particular resolution until I can't anymore. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I could probably use a combination. See, that's another thing. I'm thinking about my workflow as I'm working. You could totally, in combination with the remesh option that Blender has, still use dynamic topology, and I'm going to try that next sculpts. But it also depends on what your plan is for baking all this stuff, texture baking, because how you make it will affect how you texture it. And so you want to texture things in a specific way to encourage, or you want to model things in a specific way to make texturing them later easier. All right, now we're doing the teeth. And that looks good. We'll do this, scale this down, and we'll bring this out, scale that. And actually, something we can do if we want all quads, which we do, I do want all quads. Just get this polybuild tool, bring that there. There we go. I am not gonna do that for this one. But then again, I guess it doesn't matter that there will be triangles. At least it doesn't matter for triangles on the helmet, because it's not gonna be doing a whole bunch of deforming at all, really. In fact, it's not gonna deform even a little bit. So yeah, I'm comfortable with. As much as I hate them, I am comfortable with triangles here. I'm willing to do that. If only to stay accurate and get the shapes that I'm looking for. Scale that down. And that's, I'm gonna add one more. Let's grab these two edges here and just Alt S scale them. Okay, for sure. Now, for the nostrils. Gonna inset this. And we'll just start manipulating these. Until we get a shape that we are looking for. And there we go. There we go. This is looking pretty good. The only other thing I would want to do, so you see this right here. I don't want that. I don't want that. what I do want, and this might involve bringing the snout, this part in some more, which I'm not opposed to. Kinda, absolutely. Because, like, I like that edge that forms, but I actually want it to go out. So let's bring this in. Bring this in. There we go. Oops, for sure. Yeah, that's what I want. I want this to be kind of flat, and I want this to be up. Okay. Let's grab all of this here. Flatten that. Getting a little closer to what I'm envisioning. Just one other thing I feel needs to be done. So we need to scale the snout along the y-axis. There we go. And the reason I did that is to make doing this look better. There we go. Because I really I don't know how much of a fan I am of this curve in here. If there's gonna be a curve, I kind of wanted to start up there. Yeah. All right, and then for this part, we can, hell, we can probably just get rid of that. And fix some issues. Okay. Then I can grab this, spread that out so it's not touching. It looks much better. It's still not completely flat though. So I'm gonna grab these here, gonna grab these here. There we go. So I'm gonna minus this one. And we should be able to flatten that. There we go. Still a little too much in there for my taste, but we'll live with it. Come on. You can totally edge slide this. See how easy that was, Blender? Alright, whatever, dude. Whatever, Blender. You want to be like that? Be my guest. I don't know if we want to do that. Get rid of that. All right. Lastly, but not leastly, there's another thing that goes right here. Well, before we make that, I'm gonna solidify this. And yeah, I think bringing it on the outside is the way to go. Dragging stuff along. And then just curve extract this, because that's like a whole separate piece of the thing. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. To me, actually. Okay. And what's cool about that is we can do this. Do that. Apply the solidify. Sharpen it. Holy shit! Don't need that much. And I guess we'll forego the marking of that part. But we will not forego the marking of this part. Yes, yes. Yes. All right. Oh, we got people. What's good, people? Let's see here. Hey, 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 hey. It is going, y'all. It is going. I was only doing a quickie stream today so I could, because I said yesterday that I was gonna stream the making of this helmet, and I do not want to be a fibber. So I am here keeping my word and not fibbing. I am being a not fibber is what I'm doing. Being a non-fibber. I think I put horns on this thing too. And they come right out of the freaking eyebrow socket, don't they? Yeah. Damn it. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. What we're gonna do is we're gonna inset this right here. Gonna go to loop tools, call that a circle, and we're gonna scale that down. We're just gonna scale it down right there, just like that. Yeah. Then we're gonna rotate it until it faces us properly. And then, yeah, because he actually has horns on his actual physical head, but for continuity purposes and not having to fit the horns through the mask, I'll just put some horns on the damn mask. Just gonna put some horns on the mask. How long are you doing this? Like when you started modeling? Also, do you do modeling in Maya? Hell to the no. Hell, 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 hell to the no. No, I do not do any type of modeling in Maya at all. No, sir. No, sir. Blender is where it's at for that. For me personally, that's where Blender's at for me, is the modeling. Oh, haha, because it's okay, for sure, fair enough. Um, yes, thank you. Well, his horns aren't that big in the concept art, so we'll just give him. Yeah, like they weren't doing the most in the concept art, so we'll give them a break. Then we'll mirror that. There we go. And there's a bunch more that we need to do. Like we need to add these circular parts on the top of his forehead. These I'm thinking are gonna be texturized. I don't think we're gonna actually model anything on there. I think those are just gonna be textures. But for these circular regions up here, we're probably gonna need to do some sort of Boolean operation. Ugh, but I don't wanna. I really just want to have everything be clean. I could always retopologize over it. I don't want to do that though, man. Who wants to retopologize? I'm not trying to do that right now, man. Okay. Let's see. Let's see the layout of the head. This could potentially be a circle, and yeah, but we got two lines drawn there. Okay, you know what? Nah, I think we'll make the lines textures, but we definitely need the actual circles, bro. Boo. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Haha. I found it. I found what I needed, guys. Individual oranges. That's what we want for this, is individual oranges. And now all we have to do is delete these faces. Yeah, now we got the three dots. They're not as close together as I'd like them to be, but it's better than not having them at all. All right, whatever. It's not whatever. I really want it to be close. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, it's fine. Oh man. Oh god. All right, for sure, for sure, for sure. That's cool. That's cool. I'll be happy with that. I will make an attempt with my life to be happy with that. Thank you for the complimentation on my Hellman was gonna say some other silly shit, but I couldn't think of anything. All right. That looks good to me so far, so good. And yeah, we'll call it. We'll call it for now. But when we get to the sculpting phase of the project, there will be much sculpting. We have a lot to go over. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's unhide the base meshes. And actually, let's parent those to that so that we can only select this. And yes. Oh, oh shit. But bam. Why, thank you, Warrior Maddie. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, you see, so something that I am noticing is that we look at the mask from here, we have similar silhouettes going on, but this point comes in and then the nose kind of comes in, whereas this part comes out and then bulges out like this. I don't like that. I don't like it. Remember the goal. Remember the code. Remember the code, guys. Remember, we want to make this look as close to the concept arting as possible, which means we must make adjustments depending on what we are seeing with our eye holes. If you are seeing chicanery with your eye holes, you must correct it with your eye holes. You must correct the chicanery. For there can be no chicanery in the creation process. It must all be flush. It must all work together. It must all be beautiful. Don't listen to me, I'm just tripping. Okay, just gonna move these in here. Just gonna move these in. Just gonna move this in as well. Yes! Ha! Yeah, see, that is what you want. Oh no, we have more BS. Oh shiznit. Okay. You want to be like this? There are ways to get in there. Alright, for sure. Cleaned up and looking good. Now, however, though, if you notice, let me hide this. So the eye line on the face is about right there. Right there is the eye line for the face. And so we need this. We need the eyes here to actually match where the eye line would be on the face. And I also want to make this wider. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to scale this out but from the median point. It's first order of business so that it can actually cover the head. And I'm gonna see if I can't actually, okay, so that's as close as it gets. Let's bring this part out some. Okay, and now let's grab the teeth. Grab all of this good stuff in here. And let's grab this. Okay. And we just want to click and drag it down, make it a little bigger. So that's cool. We can get this top part here. Okay. For sure. Okay. Bring that down, rotate it, bit slide it. Okay. And now we are. And all right, look at that. And that actually kind of gave it more of that wolf kind of bend up there. I like that. I like that quite a bit, actually. And we're just gonna. Oh, there we go. Darn you! Is nothing selected? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Sweetness. And I'm just gonna bring this down. Yes. Okay, I feel like that, yeah, that matches the eye line way better. Yeah, eyes. Probably, because where's the forehead? I would probably, before I, let's try to rotate it just a little bit more. I think that will make me happy. Yes. Yes. All right, we're happy with that. We are indeed happy with that. Huh, you know, I'm thinking about having his horns go over the hood in some way, but we might just want to get them out of said horns. But it does give the hood a reason to do this. He's not from the Assassin's Creed franchise at all, guys. He's not related to Assassin's Creed even a little bit. Yo, what's good? You dingy. I remember you dingy. You Ruby dingy. What's good, bro? What's good, Demon King Piccolo? Feel like that name is exceptionally apt for this time of year. Okay. I did kind of get away with some flat out murder there. All right, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, he's not finished, but this is essentially the character. This is essentially what we got here in our reference image. And the only other thing to do from this point is to there's one other thing. We have like a piece of cloth here that goes here. We'll put that there. But this stream was just so that we could get the helmet in there looking nice and snazzy. Next stream I'm gonna be starting the detail. We're gonna detail this guy up, one asset at a time. That's why it takes so long. Is you have to map everything out, get them and get the proportions right. You see, I'm very happy with the proportions for this guy right now. I don't think I would want to change anything proportion wise. And that is because I spent this time making the proportions. And but changing the proportions will be way easier now than it will be when I start getting real deep into the details of everything. Yeah, because in a couple hours I have some guests coming over, and I do wanna finish straightening up the crib. So I don't need to hear no judgments. I do want to box this in. Oop. And move this down back, so there we go. That's nice right there. All right. Do I want to do anything else today? Do I really want to do anything else today? Because I really just needed to do the mask. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do. All right, we'll call it here. I know this is not like the longest stream or whatever, but like I said, I just wanted to get the helmet down, and we got the helmet down. So we basically have what we have in the concept art, except maybe the horns are a bit smaller. We can fix that. But yeah, well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this short amount of time. If you join late, just go back and watch. Like I said, I'm basically just making the helmet the whole time. So yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up in my Discord, and I'll try to get to you as fast as I can. If not, then y'all have a great rest of y'all day, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.